Well, folks, as if the Heritage Foundation hasn't already been crystal clear about their plan to destroy America as we know it with their publicly available Project 2025 unhinged mandate, the president of the Heritage Foundation, smarmy Kevin Roberts, said during an interview this week,
"We are in the process of the Second American Revolution, which will remain bloodless if the left allows it to be."
Yeah. Smarmy Kev was talking about the recently totally made up, nowhere to be found in the Constitution, ruling by corrupt SCOTUS. You know, that essentially gives presidents, more specifically Donald Trump, complete immunity for all official acts of the presidency. You know, the whole shoot someone on Fifth Avenue thing? Yeah, if Orangina did that via his DOJ, he'd be immune. Well, Smarmy Kev made these comments during an appearance on The War Room, which is Skeevy Steve Bannon's little show where he tries to compensate for being a swamp creature. Side note, Bannon wasn't there because, say it with me, he's in jail. Poor Skeevy Steve. I hope they're feeding him well and allowing him to have his medication and skincare products. But I digress. Well, the Kookie Revolution comment came out when Smarmy Kev told the basement-dwelling audience we ought to be really encouraged by what happened yesterday, meaning the Supreme Court decision, and in spite of all the injustice, we are going to prevail. Steve Bannon's stand-in, former Virginia Congressman and college professor David Bratt said, "Right on, thank you, brother. Are you still going to take me to Chuck E. Cheese when we're done?" Yeah, I added that last part, but you get the gist. Well, when Smarmy Kev was asked to expand on his little tough guy threat, he said the revolution would be to take power back from the elites and despotic bureaucrats. "These patriots are committed to peaceful revolution at the ballot box. Unfortunately, it's the left that has a long history of violence, so it's up to them to allow a peaceful transfer of power." Really, Smarmer? Come on, wannabe Rambo. Orangina Pervalicious Felonious Schlumper McPhee is the only president to ever stage an insurrection. We could show you the videos. It was gnarly. Your side beat up cops and pooped on the Capitol floor. Not such a good look. In fact, Smarmster, Trump is the only president to throw a baby man tantrum after losing. Even Gore didn't act a fool when the court decided to choose the president themselves and went with their fave, Lil G. Bush. Well, as you know, folks, we are dealing with a whole bunch of mediocre men who can't seem to regulate their big feelings. These are the guys who each had hundreds of those little plastic army men when they were kids. That's when the fighter fantasies began, and as they grew, so did the fantasies. Even more so when they all realized they were going to have a hard time making friends, attracting girls, and just being normal in public. So they watched a whole lot of Knight Rider and Starsky and Hutch and vowed one day to threaten violence on their adversaries, if said adversaries don't roll over and surrender, to a bunch of day-drinking, porn-obsessed, trading card-collecting, diabetes-ridden, reality-denying, misogyny, racism, and bigotry-purveying Neanderthals who dream about one day having a six-pack and or a conversation with a woman who they don't have to pay to talk to. Well, Smarmy Kev, keep fantasizing. You forget that when it comes to all the recent contests where the American people were deciding the winner and not grifters in robes, y'all have lost, and lost big. So maybe, just maybe, American people don't like smarmies like you living out patriot fantasies in public. But don't worry, Smarmster. I'm sure Bannon will still buy you that deluxe pack of army figurines made in China for doing your best. A for effort, Smarmalicious. Now have the day you deserve. Yeah.